Too many founders, investors, and leaders pour their heart, soul, and time into a go-to-market strategy only to watch it implode moments before launch. It's not just frustrating, it's devastating. Imagine standing on the edge of something monumental, ready to unleash your vision, and then crashing into the wall of reality. You know that sinking feeling, that gut punch of seeing your meticulous plans unravel because of overlooked pitfalls, poorly understood markets, wrong messaging, or missing connections? It's like building a rocket but forgetting the fuel, or worse, loading the wrong trajectory. This is the silent nightmare that haunts the dreamers, the builders, the ones who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Here's the brutal truth. Most go-to-market strategies fail not simply because of bad ideas, but because they neglect the most essential element: the raw, unapologetic understanding of the people they serve and the ecosystem they can't control. The problem isn't that the product sucks or the market is saturated. It's that these strategies often get stuck in a limbo of assumptions that are never challenged, risks that are ignored, and connections that remain fractured. The moment before takeoff is ruthless because it exposes every crack, every weakness created by the lies we tell ourselves to feel comfortable, to justify a half-baked plan. Comfort kills startups faster than competition ever will. You feel it, don't you? That tension draining your energy, that relentless whisper telling you something's off, but you can't quite place it. Your team talks about customer discovery, product market fit, pricing, and sales channels, yet underlying everything lies a deeper problem: meaningless alignment. Alignment on paper that evaporates under pressure. Alignment that never asked the hard questions, never challenged the status quo. The result? A go-to-market plan that looks good in slides but falls apart the second it faces real humans, real market forces. You feel like you're running in circles, trying to connect dots that stubbornly refuse to form a shape. And all around, time moves relentlessly forward, burning dollars and morale. Now, what if there was a way to stop this? What if the cause of failure isn't just luck or external conditions, but something fixable, something that turns failure into inevitable success? Here's the key. It's about building your go-to-market plan on fierce, ruthless truth first. Not selective truths, not convenient truths, but brutal, uncomfortable reality. Most founders instead rely on textbook tactics or imitate others, hoping the magic will happen, ignoring that every market, product, and investor ecosystem is a living, breathing organism that cannot be forced to fit a template. The moment your strategy tries to squeeze reality into your comfort zone, it fails. You must reverse this. You shape your plan around reality, no matter how raw or challenging it is. This means ditching the false idols of perfection and flawless confidence. You must obsess over deep, genuine conversations, not to confirm what you want to hear, but to challenge everything you think you know. The right customer interviews don't just paint a surface picture, they tear through assumptions, reveal hidden pain points, unspoken objections, and latent needs that don't make it into superficial surveys or dashboards. It's painstaking, uncomfortable work. It's humility and hunger wrapped into one. Only then can you craft messaging and positioning that doesn't just talk at potential customers, but speaks directly to what keeps them up at night. This is where ordinary strategies die and rare ones begin. Here's a second revelation so many miss. Your go-to-market strategy cannot live in isolation. It's not your solo project. It requires symbiosis, highly selective partnerships, investor relationships, alignments within your team that are forged by truth, not politeness. Failure often strikes when the people supposedly rowing in the same direction are actually out of sync, wearing blinders, or chasing individual egos and agendas. Mismatched expectations create chaos the moment pressure mounts. So ask yourself, who are the few critical connections you must make that will move your strategy from paper to reality? Who are the complementary forces that reflect your values, fuel your ambition, and make up for your weaknesses? Find those few, fan their fire, merge your uniqueness into a powerful, integrated whole. Then there's execution, the merciless grind. Even if your understanding of the market and stakeholders is deep, even if your team is tight-knit, execution can still fail if you ignore feedback loops and quick adaptability. The go-to-market plan is a living thing. It breathes, shifts, and reacts. If you lock yourself into rigid timelines or plans that don't bend when the market screams no, you're setting yourself up for disaster. The startup graveyard is full of strategies that refuse to pivot because the founders believed their plan was sacred. Real success demands you listen faster than your competitors, adjust before it's too late, and have a ruthless discipline to kill what doesn't work, even if it's your favorite feature or approach. Courage is required, the courage to be wrong, to unlearn, to change your entire playbook if needed. You might feel overwhelmed, wondering how to capture this complexity without losing yourself in the noise. That tension inside you, the one that says you were meant for more, is your key. It's the fire that refuses comfort, the voice that scorns mediocrity and demands authenticity. When you embrace that fiery tension, you unlock transformative power. You're no longer a player shoved into a broken system, you become a remaker of it. Go-to-market failure isn't a curse, it's the system warning you to stop following the herd. Don't fix the world with cookie-cutter methods. Build a strategy that functions as a radical act of sovereignty and transformation, where you dictate terms, redefine reality, and align with the few who burn as brightly as you do. The truth is, success in go-to-market isn't about chasing standard formulas or expansive reach. It's about precision, finding those rare customers who feel like lightning strikes, not just leads on a spreadsheet. It's about crafting a story so authentic it sparks a movement, not a sale. It's about building your team not by filling seats, but by connecting souls who share your defiant mission. It's about not just selling a product, but uniting a cause, forging a bond so tight that your customers, investors, and partners become lifelong allies, not mere transactions. This depth is what seeds unstoppable growth. So how do you begin? Stop lying to yourself. Nail down your brutal why, not the marketing fluff, but the core reason your solution must exist, engraved in raw human needs. Hunt relentlessly for objections and hidden fears your early signals hint at, but don't fully expose. Find where your product leaves cracks in the lived experience of your clients and investors, then fix those first before piling on sales tactics. Then, laser focus on the tiny circle of people and relationships that can explode your reach through their passion and influence. Cut everything else loose. Resist scaling noise, amplify essence. Remember, the world promises freedom but delivers chains of conventional wisdom, shallow metrics, and comfort. Breaking those chains takes ruthless sovereignty. Own your will, question everything, even your own assumptions. You're not here to fit in or play safe. You're here to craft a new reality where your strategy is not just a plan, but a declaration of independence from the mediocre, an anthem for the rare, a blueprint for relentless becoming. This journey isn't easy. It demands patience because eternity favors the long game, discipline because shortcuts kill, and fierce selectivity because your energy is finite. But it is the only way to turn those moments before takeoff from an anxiety-ridden cliff into a launching pad that breaks the sky open. Your go-to-market strategy won't just fail less, it will fly higher, fiercer, farther than anything you've imagined, because you built it on the only foundation capable of holding true greatness: yourself, unleashed, unapologetic, unbreakable.